Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. We are super excited to come on. We're here on Sunday because, hey, Berardi. Oh my gosh, I have to go see how your headpiece turned out the other night when I was on watching you. It was great to see you on there. But we are super excited to have our guest on. We normally go on Monday, but when we have guests on from Australia, we usually go on Sunday because it's Monday at 9 a.m. there. So super crazy with the time zones, but we are thrilled. I love this lady so much. Thrilled to have Josie Morgan back on as one of our guest artists. She's fantastic, amazing, wonderful. We wanted to have her come on here and show us a look that needs to be talked about. We are seeing a shift. This is super important. We are seeing for all the bridal hairstylists out there and just hairstylists that are stylists in general. Yes, Aussies, I know, right? Hey, Tamara, Chelsea, love it. We are seeing a shift of where these updos are coming, where the buns are being set. I am super excited to start to focus and start to see a shift in a most requested look where instead of, now yes, the low bun is still always going to be really popular, but we're starting to see it actually move up a little bit on the head to the midi bun, which I'm so excited about. And then also the high bun. So I'm really looking to have education on here so we can see. Hi, Pablo, Pop Salon, Cabo. Love you guys. Yes, a high bun. We're starting to see a shift in where these buns sit on the head. So again, we love low buns. They're amazing, but you're gonna start to see that brides and bridesmaids are gonna be showing you these looks that are really popular that I love putting out there, of having the bun shift up a little bit higher on the head and even up on top. Hey, Jody, top of the head. So Jody has been I know they're challenging. This is why we have Jody on here, because she's a master of these super amazing, gorgeous, sexy hairstyles. And she's going to show us a really quick and easy way to master this look, but it looks more complicated than it is. So we are going to get her on here now. She's so kind to come on here. Let's see. Josie. Oh, I'm going to invite her and see if she gets on here. Sometimes the time zone's a little tricky, but hopefully she gets the request. And hey, girl, how are you? I was just talking you up like a crazy woman.
How you going?
We're good. Thank you so much for coming on here. I know it's Monday for you.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get my dolly in the right position.
You're fine. We're good. We're just chilling here. I was just talking to them about how it's really important to kind of see the shift in what is becoming most requested in our industry for brides and bridesmaids. So as much as we love the low sexy textured bun, I think the bun is starting to travel up the head a little bit to even like a midi and then a high bun. So I was really excited when you said that you wanted to show us this look. And when I saw the look, I was like, absolutely perfect, because this is where now moving forward, because we're getting into late season of the year, is to really start to master these new looks that are going to be really much more requested as we shift into a new season. Don't you agree?
Yeah. And a high bun's actually quite hard to know sometimes.
Okay, your audio was just breaking up. Say that again.
A high bun, it's a little bit hard to make it look nice on someone's head sometimes.
Yes. I agree. So you had said that you have a look that you want to share that looks really complicated, but it's actually pretty easy.
Yeah, so easy. Yeah.
Well, we're waiting. I'm taking notes here.
Can you see that? Okay, the dolly.
Perfect.
Okay, cool. All right. Amazing. So I might have to move her a little bit as I get to the top of the head, but what I'm going to do first is I've just got like a teasing comb with a tail comb end. And I'm just going to section off half of the hair. So I'm going to go from where the ear is to about the crown. So I'm going to do the same on both sides.
So now, do you love doing the high buns, or what's kind of your favorite thing right now?
Yeah, I mean, I do like the high bun for something different because I think it's a little bit romantic as well. And sometimes you do get sick of doing the same thing all the time, like doing the low bun.
Yeah.
And you're not putting something different on your Instagram, no one's ever going to ask you for something different either. So it's nice to like mix it up a little bit.
Totally agree. And I like to mix it up too on our feed too. I think that a lot of people come to be on the ponytail just to kind of see, my hair is all sticking out all crazy right here, just to see what is trending. And so I'm always looking for things that are new and fresh, because I know that that's going to be what brides and bridesmaids are going to be asking for. So I want to give them some really cool inspiration.
Totally, totally. So I'm just going through and just teasing at the root. Everywhere I think that I'm going to be using a pin, I always tease, just so then my pins, I know they're going into a base that's, you know, secure. I'll take a bit from this top section here.
And what are you using on the base? What are you spraying?
I'm just using a dry texture spray. So you could use like a, pretty much every brand now has like either a dry texture spray or like a little powder that you can sprinkle on. It just helps you get that grit. Okay, so I'm going to take my jacket off. Getting serious. All right, so I've just got my paddle brush and I'm just going to draw all the hair up to this point.
Okay.
So you can use a normal hair tie. I'm not going to do any special bungee things or anything like that because I need to be able to pull the hair tie back a little bit. So
I have some questions for you. Do you ever crimp the base?
Look, do you know what? If I wasn't so lazy, I probably would.
Yeah.
Because I actually find it so good. It's probably laziness. Do you know what I mean? To be honest.
Okay. No. Yeah.
Yeah, but no, crimping is such a great idea, and to get that nice volume in there as well.
I agree. Yeah. And I think that's just something that we saw a lot of this year, was a lot of these looks had, you know, and tutorials had you starting to crimp the base just for prepping it.
Yeah, totally. All right.
But I appreciate you being honest, Josie, about like just being late. I mean, that's the real deal. I mean, it's for real. Like it takes a little bit longer, but you're putting in that type of padding with the texture spray and the back combing. Yeah.
All right. I'm just going to move her down a little bit now. Just adjust my... Okay.
Perfect.
All right. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to section out about an inch of that hairline.
And then do you just have a regular sectioning comb?
Yeah, I'm just sectioning with just like a clip at the moment.
No, but for your back combing.
Yeah, I use something like this. So it has...
Oh, it's like a YSR.
Yeah, it's it makes such a difference.
Yeah.
Using with something like this.
Okay, good.
Okay, so then I've just like sectioned out my...
Okay.
Through the front. I should have cut her a fringe before this, but I might hack it. All right, so then what I want to do here is create a little bit of body through here.
Yes.
What I do is I want to make sure I'm not directing this all back to the pony. I want to let it kind of like sweep, because that's a nice sweeping effect. Sometimes when we go full on and tease too much, we create like a really rounded shape. So then what happens is we don't get that nice like swooping motion. We get like that back motion, and that's where people run into problems where they're like, how do I connect these front pieces with the back and make it all, you know, connect in with each other? So keeping that in mind, I'm just kind of gonna go through the base and tease in the direction that I'm wanting to go and with the shape of the head. So, and I don't want too much height through here. It's basically just to get a little bit of volume.
Mm-hmm. And that's one thing I noticed when I looked at your inspiration look that I absolutely love. And I love this mostly about how you do your styles, is that sweeping motion that kind of like falls back is so, I mean, for me, I think it's a totally sexy look, super gorgeous. But instead of going straight back, it's almost more of an effortless kind of like sweeping back motion, which I think when you go back and look at the inspiration, you can see what you're talking about.
Yeah, and I think I used to run into that problem all the time when I was styling at weddings. Like I knew in my mind what I wanted it to look like, but I just like couldn't work out how do I actually make it look like that.
It's so soft. I love it. Yeah.
Lots of trial and error.
So I love also how you already put the back, half of the back up in a ponytail.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're already done back there.
Yeah.
I should have timed you.
I'm not talking. I can get it done pretty quick.
Yeah, right. I know.
To wait, you know, and you know, someone springs something on us last minute.
Yes.
Have something to fall back on that you're like, oh, I know how to do that, and it's going to take me, you know, 20 minutes.
Yes. This is always good. And this is, like I said, this is one that I think is a look that's going to really start to kind of take over our feeds, is the midi bun and the high bun. This is like trending stuff that's happening now that I'm going to be sharing more. You're going to be sharing more. We're going to see a lot of it. So if you don't really know how to do it, grab your mannequin and practice these looks. So when you start to see it out there, you already have a roadmap of how to recreate.
Totally. So I've just got a U-pin here, or a fringe.
Okay.
So I'm just scraping that surface over to smooth it out a little bit. I like quite a lot of texture in my hair, so I don't like to smooth it out too much, but if you're someone that likes that really smooth look, then you could go in with like a soft brush and get it really smooth. So I'm kind of dragging these side pieces down and letting them kind of swoop to the side, not bringing it all back.
Got it.
So I'm just going to secure with some of my U-pins as I go. I'm just going to pinch that down through there. So that's how you get that nice softness instead of bringing it all straight back.
Love it. And I do have to point out that you did not like curl this hair.
No, I like to save time.
I love you.
I'm a late hairdresser, what can I say? So yeah, I just think that's all going to get swooped back anyway. So I'm not going to put it, unless I wanted something to look really, you know, that beautiful, like ripply and pinned. Sure. I would, but in this case, not.
So that's also something too, like what I'm also seeing now is, you know, sometimes we don't have to curl this hair beforehand. Even if it's up in a high bun, that looks romantic with these curls. So just pay attention to how Josie creates the finishing touches, because she has not used any hot tools.
All right, so now I've got that up like that, roughly in the shape that I want. I'm gonna tie this again like a traditional tie. I'm not going to use like the bungee style.
Okay.
To make sure all those pins are out of my way. And I'm just going to grab the base of that pony. And I'm literally just going to tie over the top.
Now, do you like the way that this secures it more than if you were to use a bungee?
Well, normally I would use a elastic band and 2 bobby pins to do it, but with the next step, it wouldn't allow me to do it.
Okay.
But definitely, I normally would use, like a bungee or.
Okay.
I'm just going to rake some of that out to make sure it's. Nice and textured. And I'm always checking the front of my client to make sure that it looks nice from the front, because obviously they're not seeing how pretty the back looks. They're looking from front on, and if that's flattering on their
Totally.
face. Can you just plug that in? And I might get you to grab my scissors too, please. That's okay. All right, so with this part here, I'm going to get another tie ready, and I'm going to split this into 2 sections. I want to have equal distribution through both parts. Doesn't have to be neat, just has to be like, somewhat even.
Yeah.
And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop my tie on top of that.
Oh.
So I'm just going to bring that around. And just tie that off.
So I never would have guessed that that's what you were going to do.
Yeah.
I love that.
If I was a bungee or anything, I wouldn't be able to get that.
Totally.
I might actually loosen that once. It's not plugged in. Oh. So this is also going to act as kind of like our insert as well. So what I'm going to do now with these pieces of hair is I'm going to curl.
So before you do that, can you just show the audience what that looks like from the back? Okay, perfect. Does that help, Haley? Haley was asking to see the part. Okay, perfect. Just to kind of get a visual of what that looks like. Perfect.
All right, so I'm going to probably split these into 3 sections through here. So I'm going to just break that up into even pieces. And then I've just got a tongs. So you could use like a tong, a straightener, whatever is comfortable to you. And I'm just going to curl that down. And this is just going to help us get that really undone, movement through the top there.
Let's see, we had a question here. It's going to be without using a bun. No, I think she's creating the bun, right? Well, she'll be pinning the curls just to kind of give it an effortless look, or what the inspiration was. So basically you're doing 6 curls.
Yes, so 3 on the top and 3 on the bottom.
This is my kind of updo.
And it keeps it I like just to work in simple patterns too. Like I've done 3 curls, so I know I'm going to do 3 sections on the top.
Totally.
It keeps me on track, just having a little bit of a pattern or a method. And then underneath, I'm going to roll it up. So this is just going to help me, twist the hair upways.
Got it.
if you have the luxury of working with an assistant as well, this is something that you could train your assistants to do, all this prep work, and then you can just come through and actually do the physical fun, which is a really good luxury, but a really good time saver when you know, have a lot of bridesmaids to do.
Yes. I was just thinking, and this is a very simple roadmap to recreate and practice. Yeah. So it's something that you can easily train an assistant or an assistant stylist that comes in and preps the hair. And then you come in and like detail it. That was a good, where would you place the hair extensions if you needed hair extensions for this? Like clip-ins.
So I'll pop them in backwards kind of thing.
Yeah.
So then
yes.
And it wasn't visible, because sometimes if you put them here, the hair, it can be a little bit fine through here and you can get, you know, ridges.
Yeah.
But underneath, normally.
So just to explain it, so she would put that underneath going up into the ponytail that she first did when she started the updo.
Yeah. All right, so what I'm going to do now is basically everything on the top, I'm going to bring down and pin to the bottom. Everything on the bottom, bring up and pin to the top. So I'm just going to work in patterns. I'm going to go top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom.
Okay.
Easy, and it's again, it's another pattern, like a method that you can go straight to that keeps you less confused in those stressful moments.
That is so smart, Josie. Seriously, to have that, like if I do one down, one up, one down, one up, because again, you're in that stressful moment and you start to second guess yourself.
Totally. So I'm just going to twist in the direction that the curl wants to go. And I'm going to use my U-pins to support my style. So I've gone down. Then I'm going to take from the bottom and I'm going to twist that up.
Oh, I love it. And so this is what she's using here. She's using the U-pins to place it. These are a smaller one. So these are pretty essential to have in your kit if you don't have them.
And then my curl from the top, I'm going to twist in the direction that it already wants to go. Just using my little fun thing as a base to pin in.
The U-pin, you can get them at Sally Beauty Supply, depending on what country you're in. But these ones, I feel, I got at Sally Beauty Supply, which is a retail store. I don't know where, Helen.
They're actually hard to find.
What was that?
I don't know what's happening here, but I've had to source them from all different kinds of random hair suppliers because they just, yeah, I don't know if they're just something that's not used very much and they don't order enough, or if there's just a shortage.
I think there's a little bit of both. I know that we've had a big bobby pin shortage because so many weddings happening in 2022.
I was trying to get their wedding in. They never got to have them during COVID.
I know. So everyone went bananas and everybody bought all the bobby pins.
Right, so I've got those secured. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to grab little pieces and I'm going to start diffusing that out. So I'm just kind of like creating my shape. And at any point, if you don't like how it's looking, you can just simply pull out one of the twists and retwist it.
Okay. But I'm going to take notes on this. I love the way that you recreated that, seriously, because we've seen different ways to do it from different artists, because again, this is a style that's becoming much more popular. It's kind of like coming back around. But this is a great method and roadmap to follow so you don't get lost.
Yeah, I love like simple styling.
Yeah.
I just think in the heat of the moment and in stressful situations, I will forget everything if I don't have a really good system in place. All right, so now that I've kind of got my shape somewhat where I want it, I'm just going to grab just a traditional bobby pin, and wherever I've got a structural pin, I'm going to kind of weave that through clothes, okay? And I'm just going to start pinning their hair. So I'm just going to grab little pieces of hair and I'm going to weave it. I'm not going to open it. I'm going to resist the urge.
So are you still busy with weddings?
No, I don't actually do weddings anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just like focusing more on education
Yes.
now. And I still work on the floor in the salon, so, and I'm not really willing to take myself off the floor yet because I love working with my team still.
Yeah.
Just telling my team to be quiet.
No, it's totally fine. I know you were like, I have my girls working. I'm like, oh my God, that's great. You're like in the salon. It's perfect. This is like what we do. So what do you have? What's your next master class? Because you have some great education.
Yeah, I'm just in the process of planning my year for next year, but I'm doing some online education, so that's definitely something that I'm working on.
Are you coming over to the US?
Oh, I would love to.
You should come over October 1st and 2nd for our styling show.
How exciting. I'm just going to give this a little bit of a spray just to support as I go. But no, I would love to come over to the US.
I'm gonna try to get you over here.
Well, if you buy my ticket, I'll be there.
I know, right? Like everyone says, come to LA, come to Chicago. I'm saying come to Atlanta next October. I'm gonna work some magic to get you over here. Yes, everyone, NorCal, yes. Everybody would love to have you. What are you talking about? You could be booked for the whole year.
I would actually, that would be a massive dream of mine to come over there. My husband's the biggest sports fan ever, so he would absolutely die to go over there as well.
Is he watching any of the sports over here right now?
He's well, I don't even know what's on, but he watches everything, but he's a Bay supporter. So I don't know where that is, but
yeah, we've got Texas. Girl, I'm telling you, you got to get some frequent flyer mileage to come over here because you would be booked. Come to Canada. But that's awesome. I mean, I love that. Rhode Island, like everybody would love to have you, teach in a class. So from your takeaway from this is like, you are definitely like admired by our community so much.
all right, so that looks okay for now. So what I'm going to do is incorporate these side bits. Is that on? I'm actually going to quickly just cut her a little bit, just because she's all one length. I always bring my scissors
100%.
for this reason.
I'm always shocked when people don't bring their scissors. Do most people bring scissors? Like, yes, do you guys all bring scissors? If you want to say yes, when you're doing a bride, you have to. Just to do what Josie's doing right now, because yes, right, Jessica? Totally. Yeah. I can't imagine not having my scissors.
Okay, so I'm just going to curl through the sides in the direction that I'm wanting the hair to go. So away from the face.
I can't think of the last wedding that I did. I know, right? Everyone's like, we always cut hair at wedding parties. We are such a huge wedding venue. Nice. And you're in Sacramento Bay Area. So am I. I'm in Alameda. Patricia, we should connect. And so you're taking that and curling it away from the face.
Away from the face, yeah. So it's good. I like to leave a little bit of hair through the front to the very last because you know how when you do an upstyle, you have little holes that you want to cover and hide back. So this is what this hair is going to act as a little like, you know, cover. And lots of accessories to hold any bits that.
Yeah, totally.
I'm just going to give that a little bit of spray, texture spray. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to drag this hair and pop it through the back. I just want to maintain that really nice swooping effect.
Totally.
Right.
What product line do you use, Josie?
I use Moroccan oil.
Moroccan oil. That's what I thought. I recognize the blue.
Yeah, I know. They're very good at branding, aren't they?
Yes.
All right, so I'm just really going off like a visual.
Yeah. I think this is what I love most about your styles that I can recognize is that those finishing touches of the swoop going back.
Yeah, it's like softens it. It's not hard.
Totally.
So I'm happy with how that's looking. I'm going to break this piece into two pieces just because it's a little bit of a bigger section. So I've just got some long bits still hanging down there.
Now, are you pinning them or are you using
see where I like it first, and then I pin it.
Yeah, I love that. That's like my favorite part.
Yeah, I know. It just like, it's like putting a veil on.
Yes.
It's like finishing. So now I'm just going to go through and just bobby pin so I know it's secure. I can take my U-pins out. Spray. I'm just going to fluff her fringe out.
And that's something too that I love is when that front piece, instead of it just being smaller on the smaller sides and just little pieces, but actually having like some substance to it, and being a major part of the whole vibe of the whole look.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, it's
Sometimes,
just soft and sexy.
sorry, what was that?
It's just so soft and sexy. Like it adds a whole different look to the entire look when those pieces are designed like that.
Really. So, I might pop her up a little bit.
So pretty, Josie.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go through and I'm going to decorate her. I'm just going to pop some pins in anywhere that I don't really like the look of my up style, to be honest. It's basically, I like to use accessories to cover any bits that don't look good.
100%. That is no secret. Yeah, that's awesome. Let's see. This takes me back to the late 70s and early 80s. Yes, then iPods for, oh, you're so funny. Yes. Where do you normally get your accessories from?
I get a lot of mine from, it's called Roxy Jasenko Accessories.
Okay.
But I mean, you could find these anyway. Like they're just little cheapies. You could
Yeah.
find them on like Amazon or, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Expensive as well to build your kit. So it's just pretty much just to make it look pretty at the end.
Yeah. See, everyone's loving the higher styles right now. It's so, you're just starting to see this. It's really interesting. Like, you know, for somebody that like really follows trends, to see the different trends and how impactful they are and how much people are pushing them out. And then to see the bun travel from the base to the middle to be higher on the head.
Yeah, yeah. I'm loving this 90s wave that's coming through of
Me
like
too.
lips.
Beautiful.
More left. Oh, let's see. All right, yeah. Does anyone have any questions on that?
Let's see. Everyone's just saying beautiful. Jody, divine hair beauty, so elegant. No, I mean, I think it's just super simple. I love the way that you approach the prep. And I know like how you get kind of that texture in there and the roadmap, but different things like to think about, like having 3 on top, 3 on bottom, and then crisscross each other. Those are things like to, you know, jot those things down. So when you're in the moment practicing, you can actually practice it that way. I think that's really my biggest takeaway.
Yeah, even just like, because in your phone, on iPhones, on pictures now, when you swipe up, you can create a note on the actual picture. So what
Oh,
I do
great.
now, something, because often it's really late, like
Yes.
I can do a diagram and I'll just save in the note section of the photos, like that's crisscrossed up and down 3 sections, just so I have a record. Because sometimes people, we get like so into the moment and we're like, oh, I'll remember that, but we don't, we forget. Do you know what
Totally.
I mean? Just have a point, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Now, how do you do that? You do that in the picture?
Yeah, so in your photos, in your iPhone, so when you slide up a little bit in them, it has like little options to edit and everything.
Okay.
Have a little part that says create note.
Okay.
Create a little note on that photo. So
I will look for that. That's a great idea.
it's really handy, yeah.
Awesome. Jody, thank you always, always, always for taking time out of your busy, busy schedule. I know you're in the salon today to come on here and share this with us because it's, like I said, it's important. We're putting out these new trends and we look to educate you to kind of show us roadmaps of how to recreate them. So I appreciate your time coming on here and sharing with us.
For having me, and thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you recreate this, I'll love to see it if you tag me.
Absolutely. We totally will. I'll put that in the caption for any recreations. Tag us. We're going to share them in our stories and we would love to see it. So thank you, my darling. Have a great Monday.
Thank you so much.
All right. I'll
Bye.
talk to you soon. Oh my gosh. So great. So first of all, she leave the front, like, so you leave the front like that. Yeah. So what she did is she leaves out more of a heavier fringe that's very soft, usually spraying some spray wax or texture sprays just to kind of make it go back and give it some texture to it. So it's more of a soft, effortless look that is really pretty, really, really pretty. If you look at all of her images, you'll kind of see how she uses those pieces in front, and some's heavier than others. So great point. But again, I love her thought process of how to recreate this, of taking half of it, putting it up in a ponytail, teasing it, working with 6 sections, which I think is totally doable. And again, she did that whole look. Yes, we were talking, but she could clearly do that in like under 30 minutes if she wasn't talking. So something to practice, something to really think about, because again, we're starting to see the midi bun come into play a lot that I'm obsessed with, and the high bun. So as far as like beyond the ponytail is concerned, these are the types of looks that we're going to be looking for to feature. We're going to be looking for these types of looks because this is going to be a new wave of styles. They're going to be coming into play. So keep that in mind when you are creating a look that you are in love with, that you want to put out there. Is those are the looks that we're looking for right now. So we would love to see it. So if you recreate it, tag Beyond the Ponytail or Morgan Hair Company, and we would love to see them so we can get them featured. So again, thank you for jumping on this Sunday or Monday, wherever you are in the world, and learning a look with us from Josie, who we just adore. We'll be saving this and sharing this. And if you have any questions, just let us know. Our next live is next Monday, not tomorrow, but next Monday. We're going to be going live again. So we'll be putting out who we're having on, what look we're doing. And also, if you don't know, we are super excited. We just announced that we're having a 2-day styling show next year, October, in Atlanta. So follow BTP Styling Awards. That's where we'll be announcing ticket sales, who the lineup is, who the judges are, all that good stuff. So if you aren't following BTP Styling Awards, head on over there right now and check that out. Press follow, because that's exactly where we're going to be putting all the information, because we're having an award show. We're having a hair show next year, and we are super, super stoked to be planning it for all of you. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you super soon. Thank you. Thank you. I know I love Josie. We're going to have her on again. We're just going to have her on all the time because she's so talented and we just adore her. So thank you for joining, and we'll see you guys super soon. All right. Bye, guys.